This is the National Weather Service office here in Gaylord, Michigan, with your morning hazardous weather briefing for Tuesday, September 10th, 2013. Well, we have a few things to be concerned with over the next 7 days as far as hazardous weather is concerned. First of all, thunderstorms for all of northern Michigan starting late today and going through Wednesday. Now, the primary period for these thunderstorms is likely going to be just for tonight, and that's going to be focused in northern lower Michigan. No severe weather is expected with any of the storms, but localized heavy rainfall is possible in portions of northern lower. Now, also, heat is going to be a concern over northeast lower Michigan today, really this afternoon, where heat indices will rise into the middle and upper 90s, so please try and stay hydrated if you're going to be outside for any length of time. And believe it or not, after talking about heat, we have frost and freeze conditions to be concerned with over much of northern Michigan. That is late Friday night and into early Saturday morning. The cold temperatures could prove to be damaging to sensitive vegetation. Now, on the current weather map, though, we do have low pressure that is working its way through eastern upper Michigan with a warm front blowing through northern lower. There is a cold front that drags behind the low pressure, draped across Wisconsin and far southeast Minnesota. Now, by tonight, that front will slowly work its way into lower Michigan, generally holding up down around the M55 corridor. In the meantime, back to the north and west, we do see another cold front that is pushing through western Ontario and down into North Dakota. As we head into tomorrow, Wednesday evening, both fronts are going to be in the vicinity, and this is where we still have a continued chance for storms. In the meantime, we see high pressure building back in behind this cold front across central portions of Canada, and we see that high pressure gets firmly established across the Great Lakes region by Saturday morning, and this is when our coldest temperatures are expected. Now, here's a look at the 3-day precipitation forecast. This really runs today through Thursday night. However, the bulk of this precipitation will be tonight, and we do see that there is an axis of heavier precipitation that works its way across northern lower. Now, although this graphic only shows just shy of 3/4 of an inch that's possible, it is fairly possible as well to see some places get over an inch tonight for that localized heavy rainfall possibility. Now, let's take a look at more so for today. Well, it's going to be quite the range in temperatures out there with cloudy conditions across the UP and working its way down into northern lower, especially closer to the Saginaw Bay, increasing amounts of sunshine and much warmer temperatures. There could be as much as a 20-degree difference from eastern upper and northern lower. We have lower to middle 90s expected across a majority of northeast lower, and coupled with a humid air mass, that's what's going to raise concern for the heat outside. But recapping the hazards as we go through the next 7 days, again, we have a slight chance of thunderstorms today and Wednesday, but the best chance is really for some scattered storms tonight, mainly in northern lower, and again with that possibility of localized heavy rain. No severe storms are expected at this point. And again, to reiterate the heat indices of 95 to possibly 100 degrees this afternoon over portions of northeast lower Michigan. And then, believe it or not, frost comes into the picture for late Friday night and into Saturday morning. And that'll wrap up this hazardous weather briefing. Please come back for our next scheduled broadcast at around 5 o'clock this afternoon. Thank you for listening to your National Weather Service here in Gaylord, Michigan.